Hadithi hadithi.
Hadithi njoo.
Hadithi hadithi.
Hadithi njoo.
Paukwa.
Pakawa.
Sahani.
Ya mchele.
Giza.
Ya mwizi.
Kiboko.
Ya mtoto mkorofi. Auta.
Can I tell you a story?
Get on with this. Get on with this.
Hopi uyaide.
Hopi uyaide. Lukamba.
Hopi uyaide.
Hopi uyaide. Lukamba.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Nikwaramogi. My name is George, but I go by the name Fishmonger Stories. Today, I have a story to share with you. But first things first, don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share these stories. Go to our playlist. We have over 35 stories for children, over 27 stories for teenagers, over 39 African riddles that you can share to see if you are smarter than an average African child. Are you ready for a story? Can I tell you a story? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Nikwaramu. Once upon a time, there was a husband and a wife. Deep in the jungles of Africa, they gave birth to a beautiful daughter. Oh, their daughter was the most beautiful baby ever seen on that side of the Sahara. Oh, the daughter was so beautiful. People came from far and wide just to marvel at her beauty. She was so beautiful, but she only had one defect. She was born with an eye condition. She was born with an eye disease that blocked one of her eyes. But still, this did not deter her beauty from being seen by everybody. Can I tell you a story? Are you ready for a story? This young woman, she grew up to be a beautiful bachelorette. She was beautiful, not just on the outside, but also in the inside. Oh, when it came time for her to get married, her mother, she thought long and hard and came up with what she thought was a brilliant idea, and told her daughter,
"My daughter, when I go to the farm tomorrow, I'm gonna make you stand outside of the farm while I'm inside the farm."
Along this farm was a route frequented by lots and lots of eligible young men. Oh, my daughter, if any of these young men come to you and propose, please call me and tell them that the only condition for which they can marry you is if they can heal your eye. Then they can marry you, and they can marry you for free. They don't have to pay any bride price, said the mother. The only condition, my daughter, should any of these eligible young men come to propose to you, call me, tell them that they can marry you only if they can heal your eye condition. Nobody could heal this beautiful girl's eye condition. Ladies and gentlemen, this beautiful girl, her name was Katondo. Katondo was so beautiful. Katondo was so beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Katondo was so beautiful. When she walked, it was almost musical. When she walked, it was musical. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. When she walked backwards, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. That's how beautiful Katondo was. When it came time for Katondo to get married, her mother plotted if there is any eligible young man who can treat, who can heal my daughter's eye condition, then only can they marry, and they can marry her for free. They don't have to pay any bride price. And so the mother, she set her daughter right outside the farm, right where most of the eligible young men would walk by. Can I tell you a story? Are you ready for a story? Can I tell you a story? The first eligible young man who came by, his name was Simba. Simba was a very good wrestler. Everybody in the village knew about Simba. Simba was an eligible young man. He had fought many wrestling matches and won all the... He had lots of medals. But Simba had never seen such a beauty before in his life. When Simba saw how beautiful Katondo was, Simba said,
"Hey, you are such a beautiful specimen of a woman. I will marry you. Name your price."
And Katondo, he narrated to Simba the conditions upon which the mother had said, "If you want to marry me," said Katondo, "you have to heal me of my eye condition. And then only will you marry me for free," said my brother. Said Simba.
"Is that what your mother said? Call your mother,"
said Simba. Simba was ready to marry Katondo. Call your mother. And this young lady, she sang a song to call her mother. Katondo, she sang a song.
Mama ninyola, mama ninyola, mama ninyola nango. Mama ninyola, mama ninyola, mama ninyola nango. Mama ninyola, mama ninyola, mama ninyola, mama minolero, mama ninyola nango, mama minoremo, mama ninyola.
When the mother heard the song, the mother stopped what she was doing and she came back. When Simba saw the mother and realized that this was true, and Simba realized he could not heal Katondo's eye disease, Simba took off running. Simba took off running. He took off running. And the mother was very disappointed. Why would Simba propose to my daughter, and when I show up, he runs? A day passed. A few weeks passed. Another eligible young man came. This young man, his name was Ruto. Ruto was a wealthy young man within the land. Everybody knew how much land Ruto had. He had so much land. He was very wealthy. How he got it, nobody knows, but everybody knew Ruto was a wealthy man. And so Ruto, he saw Katondo and said,
"Hey, you're a beautiful specimen of a woman. I will marry you. Name your bride price."
And Katondo went on and explained to Ruto the conditions. If you want to marry me, you have to heal me of my eye condition. You have to treat me of my eye condition. And then you can marry me for free, says my mother. Said Ruto.
Call your mother.
And Katondo, she began to say,
Mama ninyola, mama ninyola, mama ninyola nango. Mama ninyola, mama ninyola, mama ninyola nango. Mama minolero, mama ninyola nango. Mama minoremo, mama ninyola nango.
When the mother heard this song, she came back running. When Ruto saw the mother, and Ruto knew he could not heal the condition, he could not heal Katondo's eye, Ruto went running. And the mother was very disappointed. A day passed. A week passed. The third bachelor came. The third bachelor showed up. His name was Janam. Janam was a fine young man. Janam, he was a fisherman. He owned lots of boats. And when Janam saw Katondo, I said,
"You are a beautiful specimen of a woman. I would like to marry you. Name your bride price."
And Katondo, she went ahead and explained to the Nyana, if you want to marry me, you have to heal me of my eye condition. Then only, says my mother, shall you marry me, and you don't have to pay any bride price, said Katondo. When Janam heard this, said,
Call your mother.
and Katondo, she began to sing. Mama ninyona, mama ninyona, mama ninyona nango. Mama ninyona, mama ninyona, mama ninyona nango. Mama minonero, mama ninyona nango. Mama minoremo, mama ninyona nango. When the mother heard the song, she came running. Left everything she was doing at the farm. Oh! When Janam saw the mother and realized this was true, he took off running. And the mother was very, very disappointed. She realized if this continues like this, my daughter may never be married. A day passed, weeks passed, and another eligible bachelor came. This time it was a man called Agwambo. Agwambo was a short, skinny, quiet man who spoke with a lisp. Nobody knew much about Agwambo, and he was not the kind of young man that you'd jump for joy if you said and brought him home as your future husband. And so Agwambo saw Katondo and said,
What a beautiful specimen of a woman you are. I would like to marry you.
with this lisp.
Please, name your bride price. You're beautiful. I would like to marry you. Name your bride price.
Said Agwambo. And Katondo went on and explained to Agwambo the conditions. If you can heal me of my eye, if you can heal me of my condition of my eye, then and then only will you marry me, and you don't have to pay any bride price. And Agwambo told Katondo,
Please, call your mother.
and again, the mother left what she was doing. She came, and everything was explained to Agwambo. Agwambo said, 1 minute, 8 minutes. Agwambo ran. He looked for the back of a tree. Agwambo ran. He looked for some root. Agwambo ran. He looked for some shoot. And they mixed it all together nicely and made a concoction. And he applied it on the eye of Katondo. Punde si punde, the eye was healed. Oh, when the mother saw this, said,
Agwambo, you are the man to marry my daughter, and you can marry her for free. You don't have to pay a bride price.
hadithi hadithi,
Hadithi njoo,
hadithi hadithi,
hadithi njoo,
paukwa,
pakawa,
sahani
ya mchele,
giza,
ya mwizi,
kiboko,
ya mtoto mkorofi, auta.
Can I tell you a story?
Get on with
Can I tell you a
this.
story?
Get on with this.
Hopi uyaide.
Opi uyaye, lukamba.
Hopi uyaide.
Opi uyaye, lukamba.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I tell you a story? There was a big party, there was a big feast, and they lived happily after that. End of story. No! A story does not end like that. A story has to have more twists, more turns. That's why we tell a story. More twists, more turns. Can I tell you a story? After they got married and lived together, oh, remember the other 3 bachelors? Remember Simba? I remember Ruto and Janam? They plotted amongst themselves and said, Agwambo does not deserve to marry such a beautiful woman. Who is Agwambo? Look at him. He's short, he's skinny, he speaks with a lisp. He does not deserve to marry such a woman. They plotted and said, we have to force Agwambo to fight with us. If he wins, he can have our wealth, he can have our car, he can have our land, he can have our boats, he can have anything. But if he loses, we take the wife away from him. They were forcing Agwambo to fight. Everybody knows Agwambo is not a fighter. Agwambo has never quite won any fights. And so the fight was called in front of everybody. The village gathered. Agwambo was going to wrestle Simba. Agwambo was going to wrestle Ruto. Agwambo was going to wrestle Janam. Hey, can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a story? Oh, Simba, he stood with all his medals and told Agwambo, if you win, you can have all my medals. If you lose, we take Katonda. You don't deserve Katonda. And grudgingly, Agwambo agreed. Oh, can I tell you a story? Let the wrestling match begin. Oh, they started to wrestle. Ladies and gentlemen, as soon as they started, everybody saw what was going to happen. Agwambo was going to lose. Oh, Simba, he twisted Agwambo left and right. He twisted him like a small child, and he was waiting for an opportunity to flip him up in the air and drop him down. When Katondo saw that the husband was about to lose, oh, Katondo began to sing that special song for his husband that the two of them knew. And Katondo, she sang,
Hey, Penzi! Nakupenda sana mpenzi we. Hey, Penzi! Nakupenda sana mpenzi we.
When Agwambo had the song, oh, he responded, Mpenzi nakupenda, and they started wrestling. Oh,
Mpenzi nakupenda, mpenzi nakupenda, mpenzi nakupenda, mpenzi nakupenda, mpenzi nakupenda, mpenzi nakupenda.
oh, Agwambo, he dropped Simba down, and everybody was surprised. Agwambo dropped Simba. Oh, guess who was next to step and fight with Agwambo? Ruto was next to step in and fight with Agwambo. Oh, Ruto came in, and Ruto, with all the power of the land that he has, the match began, and Ruto grabbed Agwambo by the neck, and everybody could see that Agwambo was going to lose this fight. And they fought, and they wrestled, and they wrestled, and they wrestled, and the two men wrestled. Oh, Katonda began to sing their special song.
Hey, Penzi! Nakupenda sana mpenzi we. Hey, Penzi! Nakupenda sana mpenzi we.
When Agwambo had the song, he responded,
Mpenzi nakupenda, mpenzi nakupenda, mpenzi nakupenda, mpenzi nakupenda, mpenzi nakupenda, mpenzi nakupenda.
Agwambo dropped Ruto. Tingly, Ruto was out. Ruto was out. Agwambo gained all the land. Agwambo gained all the medals. Oh, when Janam saw this, said, Agwambo will see fireworks. Oh, it was called. Agwambo on this side, Janam on this side. And the two began to wrestle. And the two men wrestled. Dust was all over the air. The two men wrestled hard. And Janam was about to flip Agwambo. And when Katondo saw this, oh, she began to sing song of praises to the husband.
Hey, Penzi! Nakupenda sana mpenzi we. Hey, Penzi! Nakupenda sana mpenzi we.
When Agwambo had the song, hey,
nakupenda, penzi naku, hey, penzi nakupenda, penzi naku, hey, penzi nakupenda, penzi naku, hey, penzi nakupenda, penzi nakupenda.
Just like that, Agwambo dropped Janam, and Janam fell quickly. And just like that, Agwambo won. Agwambo retained, winning all the medals, winning all the land, winning all the boats, and keeping his wife. A cord of two is not easy to break. Two is better than one. Umoja ni nguvu, utengano udhaifu. Unity is strength. Umoja ni nguvu, utengano udhaifu. Unity is strength. Thank you for listening to Fishmonger Stories. Umoja ni nguvu, utengano udhaifu. Until again next week, please don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share these stories with friends, family members. Until I see you again, see you Detroit, see you Houston. Asante sana, obrigado, gracias, shukria, arigato, danke schön, merci, zaijian, sheshe, katonda akusekere.
Hadithi njoo. Hadithi njoo.
Paukwa.
Pakawa.
Sahani.
Ya mchele.
Giza.
Ya mwizi.
Kiboko.
Ya mtoto mkorofi. Auta.
Can I tell you a story?
Get on with this. Get on with this.
Hopi uyaide.
Hopi uyaide. Lukamba. Hopi uyaide.